Now then guys, Benny's back. Something a little bit different today, apart from the football. Come on England tonight. I bought myself a new air fryer. I've acquired a new air fryer. And we have got this Hysapientia dual zone air fryer oven. It's 22 litres. It can be used as one oven, or it's got a dividing wall and you can use it as two completely separate compartments, cooking different things at different temperatures. It has, I think it's 10 different functions on there. Air fry, broil, which is grill basically. It's got presets for steak, fish. It's got a rotisserie, which I'm really keen to use. Does pizza setting, toast setting, a bake setting, dehydrate setting, and an unfreeze or defrost setting. So the benefits are you're using less oil, using less energy, which was a big thing. I know a few of you mentioned about putting your oven for this amount of time.
Yes.
And so this is going to be, I think, our main oven that we're going to use from now on going forward, both of us. And it's got all in one, so we've had to clear up some, because you know we've got a small kitchen, so we've had to
have a bit of
a clear out, shall we say, with the ninjas. So the ninjas have been relegated. So this is very fast. It's easy to clean. Large 22 litre capacity. It's got an NTC temperature probe. It's got stove lamps, so you can see if you're doing, say, Yorkshire puddings, you can see how well they're doing. 2 high-speed fan. It's completely stainless steel, which is really good, and double insulated glass. I'm just having a look to see what else there is on the box. So yeah, 2 individual zones or 1 large zone, temperature probe, multifunction, 10 in 1, so there is 10. And there's a picture of the things some of the things you can cook in it. So I'm going to unbox this little baby and we'll crack on. Right then, so freshly out the box. It's got a few accessories with it, and I think there's more inside. You've got like a grill rack there. That's the dividing wall to make it into 2. And there's like a drip tray for the bottom when you're using it as one big oven. So I'll just put those to one side for now, and we'll begin the unboxing.
Yeah, you've been looking at the different ones for a little while, haven't you?
I have, yeah, and I've seen a few other reviews on this one, and I thought that looks really good. I mean, it feels good quality. That. Ooh, a bit of a dent there.
Oops.
Oh, well, never mind.
As long as it doesn't affect the cooking.
Yeah, that's all I'm bothered about. So, off with the packaging. Into the box. Okay, so it looks very sleek.
It is actually.
Right, so there we go. We have some more goodies inside. That's like an air fry basket, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at that. Obviously those for when you're doing the dual zone. And again, drip trays for the dual zone, drip trays for, and air fryers for the dual zone. Some plastic. Look, I mean, look how shiny that is. That's proper stuff. That's stainless steel. That's lush. So, if you give us a second, we'll get all this unpackaged. Have a look at the instruction book and we'll have a good closer look at it. Right, so we've unboxed everything, got everything out of the wrappers. These are for the 2 compartments because they're smaller. You get obviously the 2 racks, 2 air fries,
2 crisper baskets.
2 crisper baskets.
And you get 2 of
There's 2 of the drip trays at the bottom there. And these are for when you're using it as 1 compartment, same again. 1 rack, 1 air fryer. And that's the big drip tray thing there. You get the dividing wall, actually the divider that goes in the middle. There's the rotisserie bit, and then that's the handle if you're using your rotisserie to lift out the actual chicken or whatever you're rotisserie. rotisserie, is that a word?
I don't know what it is now.
And you get a little, I quite like this.
Silicon.
Little silicon. Hello! How are you doing?
You're going to do that every time you use it.
Okay, so this is what comes with it as well. You get the full instruction manual here. And go before first use. Wash the air fryer basket. So we've got all them to wash. We'll have to do that first. With hot water. Place the bacteria in the bottom of the air fryer oven. Do not place the air fryer against the wall or against other appliances. Well, that's not a problem. And leave about 5 centimetres at the back. That's just for airflow, I think.
Yeah, well, we've got that definitely there.
But it's not going to sit there permanently anyway, is it? We're going to move it. So you get the full instruction manual there. You get a quick start guide telling you what to do with the presets, etc. Whole compartment mode, presets, same on the reverse. Yeah, it's a fully detailed, quite informative instruction manual. We get a little thank you from Hysapientia. So you get a standard 1 year guarantee and a 1 year extension just by going online and filling out the details. So you get an extra year on that, so 2 years. And a nice little air fryer oven cookbook, which has got, let's have a look. We'll just have a quick flick through. So, chocolate fudge cake, cod, dehydrated fruit, see the dehydration function which we had on before, bacon, etc. There's a few Greek roast lamb, look, there's a few pizza margherita, cakes, yeah. So that's a nice little feature as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you how it would work as one oven. I've plugged it in so you can turn it on, open the doors, and look at the lights on that.
Actually, that really makes me happy.
It looks absolutely fantastic. That looks like a proper
industrial oven,
which I think basically it is. So obviously using it this way, you have, if you wanted it as compartments, you could have your grill rack on the top. And go in, grill rack on the top, and then your air fryer, like so. Those go off, but if you wanted them on while it's cooking, you just flick the switch, and you can see everything that's cooking in there. So that's as one. So I'll now show you if you wanted a dual zone, so you can have two completely different foods cooking at different temperatures, independent of each other. So there's an arrow there, if you notice. Make sure that's facing up, and this will just hopefully slide nice and easily into there, which it does. And again, it's the same thing. So you could have now, you've got two, I'll get that in. You could have your two grill racks like so, your two air crisp baskets like so, and your two drip trays. So now the possibilities, so you could have whatever in one side, whatever on the other side, two completely different temperatures set with different presets.
You know, if we're doing a Sunday dinner, you can have like
so.
Your meat and your veggies.
You can have your meat, veggies, all done in, you could just use one compartment if you want to. So we'll have a quick look at the instructions, and we'll show you some of the features on here. Yeah. Right guys, so I'm going to quickly show you how to use this rotisserie bit. It's got two, it's obviously one bar which you would put through the meat, and then this slides over the end. There's a little screw here, and this, so you jab that into your meat. Same at the other end, it's got little nice adjustable screws there, so you can just move it up and down to the size of your joint. So with it facing this way, you put it into that end first, slide it over there, close your doors, turn it on, press all, rotisserie, and then start. Turn the light on, and that should be turning now. As you can see, it's turning round. So then it'll cook rotisserie. Obviously you'd have your drip tray in the bottom as well. So that's your rotisserie function. So that's, I'm dying to try that. We'll have to do a full chicken on that. So I'll just turn that off for now. So that stopped it.
Yeah, just turn it off.
Right, so we'll come back. We're going to clean all this stuff down, and we'll show you what we're going to test it with. See? Right, guys. So the first thing I'm going to do, because it's football on tonight, we want a quick and easy, like picky sort of tea. I'm going to do some salt and pepper seasoning chicken wings, which we prepared there. So they're going to be the first thing to go into this brand spanking new air fryer. I'm also going to make some light or skinny Cornish pasties.
With a
so we can just sit and munch while we're watching the football. So that'll be coming up shortly, but I'm going to do these chicken wings first. So first thing I'm going to do is chuck all these into here. There's all our chicken wings. Right, a dessert spoonful of corn flour. That is going in.
That just makes them extra crispy, doesn't it?
It does help with the crunch. So this is going on here. Think that's enough? Obviously, I'm not going to measure this. It's eyeball really, because we like this.
Yeah.
This Chinese salt and pepper chili. It's just lovely stuff. That's going to go in here.
I'd say probably about 2 dessertsfuls.
About that, I would say.
Taste.
About that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, once you mix it up, you can
We need
tell.
some more of that, but hey. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there, just to marinate it. Probably about that, I would say. It's about what? A tablespoon?
Yeah.
About a tablespoon. Just get your hands in and give them a smush about. Make sure they're all nicely coated in this. You can see it's starting to come together. The corn flour will help, like I say, like Man said, it'll help crisp it all up. So we're going to test out this new oven. We've already got our air fryer compartments ready here to go. So I'm just going to lay these out as best I can onto these trays. Doing a batch.
And this is my new meat board, by the way. That's
yeah, we bought a couple of new boards yesterday. So these have been portioned up. Man did them for us actually, into the flats and the drumettes. So while I was preparing the stuff for the Cornish pasties, might have to do this in another batch, but I'm going to use this so we're showing you the dual zone. Although it'll be cooking at the same temperature, obviously you can use each separate zone to do a different function, and obviously different temperatures, it seals it off.
Different flavours as well. So if we wanted to have 2 different flavours of this,
that's right.
We could have one flavour in there and another flavour in there.
I'm trying not to overcrowd these because obviously you want them to crisp up. So you don't want, you can have them touching, but that's about it, isn't it? Right, we've got a few left in there, so I'll be doing another batch of that. But that basically is that. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands.
So we've got 10 in one and 9 in the other.
So
we've got more flats in there, which are not as big.
Why?
Yeah.
Just dry my hands. So let's get these over to the air fryer, and away we go. Right, so turn this on. So what are we doing? Air fry. Oh, it's 2 zones, isn't it? So you have to press 1 and 2, don't you?
Yeah.
Or is it both? 1? No, you've got to set them separately, haven't you? So do 1 first, air fry. So about would you say about 180 for 20 minutes?
We'll have a look at them after 20.
Yeah, so that one can go in there. Got the drip tray in there already. In there you go. And then you can go number 2. So 180, 20 minutes, same thing. In with those, and hopefully this works correctly. So that's those in. So that's 1 and 2, press start, and away we go. As you can see, both going together, both set 20 minutes, 180 degrees. So we'll come back when those have done. We'll keep our eye on them.
Yeah.
Right, so one little thing I forgot to mention. There is a little sticker just on the top there, and it says the cord plug should not come into the contact with the back of the oven, because I'm not going to touch it, but that does get hot. The rest of it's nice and cool at the back, so do not push it up against the wall so the cord comes in contact with the back, because obviously it will melt. And it tells you how to put the rotisserie in the machine properly there. And I also forgot to mention, when it comes to lifting the rotisserie out, so imagine that's in your machine, you've got this little gadget here which just nicely fits under there. You lift it out, obviously with your meat on, boom, and out that way without coming into contact, because obviously that's going to be screaming hot. So I just thought I'd do that while this is cooking. I'll have a quick look inside, see how they're doing.
Oh, look at them.
They're starting to bubble up.
You can see them.
Yeah, they're starting to bubble up then, and they've only been in what, 7 minutes?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's doing its job. Can't wait to try them. Lush. Look at those beauties, look at them bubbling away. Been in 12 minutes now. And yeah, because you go in the air basket, it's not like with your conventional air fryer. This is an air fryer oven, and it's got the proper, all the air circulates around in the air fry basket, so you don't have to flip them or anything. And looking absolutely yummy. I can't wait to try them. Right, so that's had its 20 minutes. Hot, hot, hot. Check these babies out. Look at those. Oh my god. The smell.
Don't want to get too close to the camera, is it?
Woo! Wowzers. Right, let's try these. I'm using the
Oh.
Oh, push that back in. I've got that wedged in, obviously. Try them. That's those out.
I'm going to probe them.
Just probe them out, see if they're right.
There you go, Edie.
Yeah, they're perfectly cooked. The others out. Drip tray's done its job. So there we go. So we'll put the others in here. Do these.
Touch your fingers.
Do this second batch. Obviously we're not going to eat those chicken now because it'll be screaming hot. So, right. Put that back into there. I'll take this one out actually, because that's probably going to need a clean, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll take both of them out.
And the drip tray. So now, get that out of there. Ready for cleaning. So we don't need that zone. So we'll close it up again. So we'll go, that's off, on, one zone, air fry, 180, 20 minutes, and away we go again.
And that's just the one section.
That's just on one side, nothing on this side at all. So we've got a bit of splatter there, we'll have to clean that up.
Oh, use a clean by the looks of it.
Yeah, right, so we'll crack on, get this cleaned up, and I'll get cracking on with me Cornish pasties. Right, okay, so for ease of use and for speed, I'll be using this 500 gram bag of white bread mix. So that's going to go straight into our bowl here, the whole packet, and this will make 8 Cornish pasties, or it should do.
Yes, it's not traditional, so I don't want all them purists.
Yeah, it's not, it's just a shortcut for me. So all that into there, and then 320 mils of warm tepid water go into here. So we're going to mix this up, and then we'll get our hands in, and we're going to knead it for approximately 5 minutes. Let's get into that. Get it so it's all incorporated in. Don't know if we need to add any more water, but that's what it says. No, it's coming together now. That's coming together. So I think I'm going to start using my hands. Hands in, and we'll start kneading this together. It's very sticky.
But you've got all that flour at the bottom.
Still got all the flour at the bottom, yeah. That's still in there, so I'm just going to knead this. Smells very bready. Right, I'm getting it all over my fingers, that's the only bullet. Still got all that in there to work. All that flour. All over my top.
Yeah, you see, you should have your apron on.
Aye, you're probably right there. I was just that excited about that, the new machine. I forgot to put it on. Typical me, I always forget something, you know what I'm like. Right, so I'm going to continue kneading this for 5 minutes and then form it into a ball, so we'll come back at that stage. Right, so in here, I prepared this earlier. It's 1 potato, very, very thinly sliced, like such, and 200 grams of swede, cut up very thinly like you were just peeling it away, rather than cubes. Plenty of salt and pepper in there. Into that, I've got 1 onion, finely diced, that's going in there. If I can get it all out. And I've done exactly the same. There was 400 grams of stewing or diced beef, and I've just cut it up into little strips. It's about the same size, so they all cook about the same temperature, or they all cook evenly. So that's going into there. And I'm going to use a dessert spoon of plain flour in here. I'll use a heaped one. That goes in there, and I'm just going to mix it up with my hands and let it sit for a little while. This is going to be obviously our mixture for the pasty. So that's going to make 8 Cornish pasties. So I'm going to leave that to sit for a little while, and I'm going to crack on with doing the pastry. So we'll see you in a bit. Right, so I've kneaded that for 5 minutes and leave it to stand for 5 minutes, and now we're going to have a crack, just making sure that's nicely floured. Rolling out, I've got it set to, it says 5mm, but we've only got 6mm range, it's not going to make much difference. So get it out on here, and we'll have a go at just rolling it. You see that's puffing up already, can't you? Mm-hmm.
I know it's not traditional, but we've had this before and we really enjoyed it, didn't we?
We had it years ago, wasn't it? Yeah. A long, long time ago, many years ago. Good child, I think it was when I was on the Slimming World. Obviously with a gauge on here, you can't really go wrong. Mm-hmm. You're going to get the correct thickness. You just keep spinning it round, keep rolling it out. It springs back straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
job that is. So obviously once we start doing these, you can re-roll. It's supposed to make 8. I'll just put a little bit more, just a little smattering of flour on here, just starting to stick a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I'm no expert with pastry, so that's why I've gone for the option of the bread mix. Don't get me wrong, I could do it.
Oh yeah.
I could do it, but it just makes life a little bit easier.
And if you are trying to lose weight, you know,
This is a skinny version of it,
yeah,
so
you know, you can still have a Cornish pasty without having all the butter and the lard in the pastry.
I'll tell you later how many calories is in each one, but it's obviously not going to be as much as a full fat one, if there is such a term. Right, don't think we're far off now. Oops, I'm going over that now, aren't I? Mm-hmm. Probably butchering it. What I'm going to do is
cut some out now and then re-roll.
Yes, I'm going to cut some, use the, so what we've got, where's the,
you've just washed up the clean bowl.
So we're using a bowl, it's about 15 centimetres, was it?
Yeah.
Do you think that's thin enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do, press down on there, give it a little twist. And that is one of our, for the Cornish pasty. Try again. Number 2. So I'll continue doing this until we've got 8, and re-rolling it until we've got 8. Right, so I'm just finishing these off. We've only managed to get 5 out of these, to be fair. So, slight miscalculation, but
I think you hit them a bit bigger anyway, don't they?
well, yeah, there is that. I'm just trying to make them so they're nice and round, or roundish. So, okay. So we need some water around, put the filling in, and then some water around the edges, and then egg wash them. So, going to get a generous handful of this into 1/2. I'll say that's more than generous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about this though, is because you're using the bread, it's stretchy.
Yeah, it's very stretchy. So I've got some just lukewarm water. Leave a little gap of about 2 centimetres at the edge for you to crimp. So I'm just going to run my fingers around the edge with some lukewarm water. Oh, here's my seat. She's in a little fettle with herself because she can't go out because it's raining. She hates being out in the rain, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. So basically, you fold that over as best you can and try and crimp it together with your fingers, like so. If you can see that. Maybe a bit more filling towards the end there. So that's crimped together. And then just crimp it around the edge, like so. And hopefully that seals it. Not the prettiest, but I'll take it. So that's, oh, I've got to egg wash them now, haven't I? Right, yep.
Do you want to put it on the
I'll put it on here first. There we go. Don't know how many we're going to get on the tray. 3 probably.
2.
2. And we'll just have to do them in batches. And just glaze the top. a nice coating of the egg wash, which is just one egg beaten up basically, no seasoning or nothing. And that should turn it a nice golden colour when it's baked. Right, so that's one done. I will repeat the process and we'll stick them in the oven. Crack on. Right, so we've got 3 pasties on there. Look at those beauties. They will be going into our brand spanking new Hysapientia oven. It says to bake for 160, didn't it?
Yeah.
For the first 15 minutes, just to glaze this. So the bake section only goes up to 140, as far as we know. We couldn't get it up, so we've used the pizza setting, and it'll be the same effect, hopefully. So shut that up, 160 for 15 minutes. And there we go. Away we go. And then it'll be going in for, once they come out after 15 minutes, you cover it with foil and cook for a further 30 minutes, just to cook the inside, and obviously you don't want the pastry to overcook. So we'll come back after 15 minutes, guys. Look at them babies. Lovely. Right, so coat them with foil. They've got to cook for a further 30 minutes. 160 on the pizza setting again. 30 minutes. So we'll come back when it's done and see what they turn out like. Look at these beauties. Chicken wings. Crispy. Crunchy. And look at these behemoth.
Yeah, we made them a bit big, didn't we?
That's why we didn't get 8 out of them, because we've made them a little bit, well, I've made them a little bit too big. But hey, the clonkers, the proper clonkers them like. So let these cool down a little bit and it's taste testing time. Hey, look at that beauty. Big Cornish pasty. The lighter, lower fat version, that is. Right. It's cooled down a little bit, so I'm going to try it. I'm just going to go straight for a bite in the middle. Oh! That's still hot.
You can see the steam coming out of it, actually.
Whoa. Let me just... Look at that.
Oh, look at it filling in that.
Everything in there is perfectly cooked. Mm-hmm. It's just hot. Wow, that's good. The swede and the potato, when I cooked them, they were really thin, so that it doesn't take that long to cook. But they're well seasoned. We like I say, we like pepper. Okay, it's not traditional pastry. That's why it's the low fat version, because there's no butter or fat or anything going into it. It's just the mix. So it is a bit bready. But
what's your favourite thing? Cornish pasty sandwich. You're having both in one there.
Whoa, that's lovely. That's really nice. All cooked in the new air fryer that we've purchased. Nice new Hysapientia. Really, really good machine. I'm really impressed with it. So I'm going to go in with a chicken wing. Whoa, that's hot again. Lovely and crispy on the outside. Well cooked in the middle. Oh. So this is going to be our, when these do cool off, this is going to be our
picky tea.
It's going to be our picky tea for watching the match tonight. Come on, England.
It's getting closer.
Oh.
It's what, 5 o'clock now?
Yeah. So that's one of them. I'm going to try one of the drumettes. Again, how crispy that is. Lovely. Whoa.
You can hear the crunch. They were the most simple thing at that.
So easy and tasty.
And for what, a couple of quid for all their wings?
Yeah, They're for nothing. Really are for nothing. So that's it. So that's my score on the Hysapientia that I've just bought. Really good machine. You'll be seeing more of that. I think it's going to be our main oven. It's going to cut our costs right down. So we're going to be starting into that. We're pretty impressed with it, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a nice sleek machine and it runs well. It cooks everything perfectly.
I like the fact that you can watch it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like an oven.
Well, it is an oven slash air fryer, isn't it?
Yeah, so when you've got anything in the oven, you can see into it just to make sure that nothing's burning or needs turned over.
And the rotisserie bit.
With the air fryers, you can't really see that without opening it and losing the heat. Whereas that, you just put the light on and you can see.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to doing the rotisserie bit as well. So keep an eye out. Either I'll be doing it or Mand'll be doing it.
That'll probably be next weekend for Sunday
rotisserie
lunch.
chicken.
Or barbecued on a Saturday.
Yeah, well, you got to have some decent weather for that, like.
No, we're not taking it outside.
I know, but you know. Yeah, so once again, thanks very much for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Enjoyed the live last night that we did very much. Had a right laugh on there. So there's only one thing left to say, and that's come on England tonight. Bring it home, boys. Come on. So we'll see you soon.
See you later, guys.
Bye for now.
Oh, 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 oh.